Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Chasing Prophecy Radio, where we discuss anything beyond the scope of normal. Can you hear me, everybody out there? I hope you can hear me. Am I okay? Eric, can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound perfect to me.
Okay, just want to make sure, because sometimes StreamYard doesn't give us a good audio. So I'm so glad to be back after summer break. Yes, I took a summer break because hi Crow. Is that your wife? Empathic Crow.
Is it Empathic Crow? Yep,
Yeah.
that's my wife.
Hi. I'm so glad you're here with us tonight. Yeah, I took a summer break. I had a crazy summer. As you all know, I lost my sweet Ava, and I did something crazy by getting a new puppy at my age. It's kind of crazy, but I did it. But I'm back with fresh energy, new voices, and plenty of mysteries to uncover. And joining me tonight is one of my new amazing co-hosts, Eric Jackson. And I'm so glad he's here with me tonight. So we're going to kick off the season by asking some really crazy questions like, what if the dead could speak? Would you listen? And tonight we're going to explore that unsettling thought with best-selling author and thriller author Scott Wells, and he's going to join us at the 8:30 hour. I just want to make sure, it's in the beginning, it's a little slow because there's not too many people that know we're on. I don't know, StreamYard is a little slow letting people on. So I just want to let you know that we're on 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Thursdays. And I hope it's going to be a good season. So we already have some really good guests lined up. And I want to introduce my new co-host, Eric Jackson, to the show. Eric, I'm so glad you're here with us on Chasing Prophecy.
I'm happy to be here.
Well, that's great. So, Eric, I don't know if you ever watched Chasing Prophecy, but we've been on it's going to be 6 years. I started back with Sean Kelly and Jason Ian-Petro back in 2019, I think 2018, I can't remember, right before the pandemic, or was it during the pandemic? I can't remember. But a lot of people don't know that we're even back up. We've taken a couple, it's been through a lot of changes in the past. There's been John Ventry was a host, Michael Anthony. So some big guys in the UFO community, and it's really good to have somebody like yourself, fresh topic. So tell me, Eric, how did you get started in this, and why would you want to be on Chasing Prophecy as a co-host?
Well, I've always been fascinated with the things that, quote unquote, we can't explain. The talking to spirits, the spirit apparitions, the chasing ghost, if you will, the concept of the beyond, what happens when we, shake off this mortal corpse and go to the beyond. And it's just kind of fascinating to me. And it's, kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of, it's not right to think that we're the only ones in this universe.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many things that are unexplained that we can't explain. UFOs, the pyramids, how all these things came to be. And as far as the paranormal, I got started back in 2018 when I was still in the service, and I started a small team called Whispers in the Dark. And then I kind of put it on a hiatus for a while, and then I've revamped it now, and I have an all-female team, and I tell you what, they are some of the best people I've ever worked with, to include my wife, who's a highly gifted empath.
She
I
should be on
can
the show too.
pretty much show her a picture. Oh, she's going to. We'll get her on. Don't worry. This is how good she is. I can show her a picture of a residence or a place we're going to investigate, and she can tap in from the house and tell me things that happened that she would never know before because I never told her.
Wow.
I'm slowly learning how to tap in, but the problem with me is I tap in and I don't ground myself. So then it's
Yeah, you'll.
hard for me to come back out. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, and it gets kind of scary.
Yeah, it does get I
But
know
when
you
this
always ground
opportunity,
yourself. It's amazing.
yeah,
Well, so,
that's one thing she's definitely preached
well,
to me.
she should be. Maybe she should be a
Oh, was
co-host
always
to take Michael's place that he didn't show up. Which I don't like that when that happens. Um, no, I do not. I do not like that. I mean, just that doesn't make you look good, Michael.
I I would say she would, but right now she's growing her business. She's getting out of the mental health or the behavioral health field after 23 years of faithful service, and going through
Mhm.
kind of a little bit of a burnout. So I don't think
Oh,
she'd be up for hosting, but she'd definitely be up for being a guest.
well, that's understandable. You can get burned out with that. But okay, I noticed you have an accent. So where are you from? South.
Originally, I'm from up north.
Oh, really?
I was born in Ohio. But then I came down here to North Carolina, and I pretty much put away my northern accent, and I've been pulling for the South ever since.
Well, yeah, I like it. I'm in Pittsburgh. I just that it's a little bit near Ohio, but okay. So if you could choose just one, an alien, ghosts, cryptics, or conspiracies, which topic fascinates you the most?
That's a toughie, because I love the ghost aspect, but I also love conspiracies. Um, but if I had to choose one, it'd probably be the ghost.
No, okay. So why is that? Why would you choose ghosts?
Well, like I said, I've always been fascinated with the beyond, like what happens when our spirit leaves this world, what happens, whether we stay behind or we go to an eternal plane, whether that be, the heaven or the hell. Um, I have different views on those, and we can get into those later. But um, I'm always curious, what happens after we pass. Um, and I've actually been able to communicate with a few spirits, some that are in my home that I live in now, one of them being my grandmother. My wife's
Mhm.
actually communicated with her on several different occasions. And it's just interesting, because it's not something that it's not normal conversation, but it's something that, it needs to be discussed, because how many
Mhm.
of us can actually say we died, we saw the afterlife, and then we were brought back?
Yeah, not too
So
many. And
nobody actually really knows what happens when our heart takes that final beat.
there's a lot of people that think they know, and then there's the ones that say they've been to hell and back, which kind of freaks me out. So I don't like I don't like that part of it. It's the nice stories I like. Everything is energy. Yes, it is. You're totally right. Everything is energy, and I believe that that's all we are is energy. When especially when we pass away, and that's why a lot
Hmm.
of times there's a fluctuation in the batteries. Like, do you ever go on a hunt and then your batteries go dead, or your cameras go dead, or if you
Every
somebody
time.
recently, yeah, and somebody recently passes away, batteries go dead in your house, the lights go burn out. It's kind of even with my dog when this is crazy. My dog passed away June 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 28th. And we used to lay on I had one of them, what do you call those? Adjustable beds, Tempur-Pedic. And me and my dog, prior to her passing, because she was sick, she had cancer, for like 6 months towards the end, we would go and have a little nap watch my soap opera. And she would come to me and stand in the hallway and like, come on, let's go take our nap. So we'd go on my bed, and I always put it on zero gravity. The day that she died, I was, of course I was distraught. I went in my bed to do what we always did. And I went to put on the retractable, the zero gravity, and I'm laying there crying, and it wouldn't work. So the whole thing was blown out. And I'm thinking that had to be her energy in my room with me that blew that out, because it's just too weird. So that's one of the things with the energy that I totally believe we're part of energy. So what unique perspective do you think you're going to hope to bring to our listeners here? And a lot of them don't even know I'm on. It seems like no one's in the chat, which is weird.
I hope I can bring some clarity to those that are either coming into their gifts or reestablishing their gifts, or just learning how to use their gifts. Anybody that has any questions about the paranormal, or what tools or equipment is used to help with spirit communication. And I also like to talk about, like, again, UFOs, the beyond, aliens, things that were here before us. So I just hope to bring all those different aspects to the show, and I look forward to interacting with you as well, and a lot of the other guests that we're going to have. And I have a few guests lined up as well too that I've met through different various outlets.
Good.